Have you ever looked at a towering skyscraper and wondered how it stays up? Or crossed a vast bridge and marveled at the minds that conceived it? We live in a world built by engineers. Their work is all around us, often hidden in plain sight. From the clean water in our taps to the satellites that guide us, engineering shapes our daily existence. In this journey, we will count down 9 of the most breathtaking engineering feats of our modern age. These are not just structures of concrete and steel, they are monuments to human ambition and creativity. We have chosen these 9 wonders based on a few simple ideas. Each one had to push the boundaries of what was thought possible. They needed to solve a significant problem or open new possibilities for humanity. And most importantly, each must possess a wow factor. These are stories of innovation and overcoming impossible odds. Prepare to be amazed. Think about this for a moment. If you could take all the steel used in the Burj Khalifa and lay it end to end, it would stretch over a quarter of the way around the Earth. That single fact shows the colossal scale of modern construction. Each of the 9 marvels on our list has a story just as astounding. We will journey from the deepest tunnels ever dug to the highest structures ever erected. We will see how engineers have tamed mighty rivers, connected continents, and even reached for the stars. This countdown is more than just big buildings or long bridges. It is a celebration of the human spirit. It is a testament to our ability to collaborate, to innovate, and to persevere. As we count down from 9 to 1, we will learn the what, the how, and the why. We will meet the people behind the plans and discover the challenges they faced. So, let us begin our expedition where imagination is the only limit and engineering makes it real. Table of Contents, Part 2, Act 1, Wonders 9-7. Section 1, Wonder Number 9, the Millau Viaduct, a bridge in the clouds. Section 2, the challenge of touching the sky. Section 3, the Seikan Tunnel, a link beneath the waves. Section 4, digging against the odds. Section 5, the Palm Jumeirah, islands from imagination. Our countdown begins in the picturesque Tarn Valley of southern France. Here, suspended as if by magic, floats our 9th wonder, the Millau Viaduct. This is not just a bridge, it is a work of art that seems to defy gravity itself. Opened in 2004, it was designed to solve a very earthly problem: massive holiday traffic jams that clogged the valley town of Millau each summer. The solution was to lift the motorway high above the valley floor, creating a direct and breathtakingly beautiful route. Drivers often feel as though they are flying through the clouds rather than driving over a river. Its slender, elegant design makes it one of the most beautiful bridges ever constructed. The Millau Viaduct is a cable-stayed bridge, meaning its road deck is supported by massive cables connected to towering pylons. It stretches for 2,460 meters across the valley, a seamless ribbon of steel and concrete. What makes it so spectacular are its 7 graceful pylons, which soar into the sky. The engineering behind this structure is a marvel of precision. Each section of the deck was built on land and then hydraulically pushed out over the pylons, inch by painstaking inch. This required incredible accuracy to ensure everything aligned perfectly, hundreds of meters above the ground. The bridge's impact was immediate, cutting travel times and turning a traffic bottleneck into an iconic landmark. Now for the wow fact. The tallest of the Millau Viaduct's pylons stands at an incredible 343 meters. That makes it taller than the Eiffel Tower. It is a staggering height for a structure designed to carry traffic, and it officially makes the Millau Viaduct the tallest bridge in the world. This immense height was necessary to span the deep valley and maintain a gentle gradient for the motorway. To look up at these slender concrete towers from the valley floor is to appreciate the true scale of this engineering masterpiece. It is a testament to how modern engineers can combine immense strength with delicate, almost weightless beauty. The design, a collaboration between French engineer Michel and British architect, Norman Foster, aimed for minimal environmental impact. They wanted a bridge that complemented the landscape rather than dominated it. They chose the multi-span cable-stayed design because it required the fewest support pylons touching the valley floor. This preserved the natural beauty of the area below. The result is a structure that feels light and transparent, allowing sunlight to reach the valley and preserving the views for miles around. It stands as a powerful example of how great engineering can work in harmony with nature, enhancing it rather than overwhelming it. From the airy heights of France, we now plunge deep beneath the sea for our eighth wonder. We travel to Japan, to the Tsugaru Strait, a notoriously treacherous body of water, separating the islands of Honshu and Hokkaido. For centuries, dangerous storms and typhoons made crossing by ferry a risky affair. After a terrible accident in 1954, where a typhoon sank 5 ferries and claimed over 1,400 lives, Japan committed to finding a safer alternative. The answer was one of the most ambitious and demanding construction projects ever undertaken: the Seikan Tunnel, a railway tunnel running deep beneath the seabed. The Seikan Tunnel is an engineering epic. At 53.85 kilometers long, it held the title of the longest and deepest operational rail tunnel in the world for decades. Its deepest point lies 240 meters below the sea surface, a place of unimaginable pressure and geological instability. Construction began in 1971 and took 17 years to complete, a testament to the sheer difficulty of the task. The tunnel allows Shinkansen bullet trains to travel between the two islands, providing a safe and reliable link regardless of the weather raging on the surface. This monumental project forever connected Japan's main island with its northern frontier. Here is a truly staggering wow fact. The Seikan Tunnel's sub-sea portion stretches for 23.3 kilometers. That is longer than a marathon, all dug out of solid rock beneath the ocean. Imagine digging a tunnel where, at any moment, the immense pressure of the sea above could cause a catastrophic flood. To manage this risk, engineers had to pioneer new techniques. They drilled exploratory tunnels ahead of the main excavation and used a special method of injecting grout into the surrounding rock to seal fissures and prevent water from pouring in. It was a constant, high-stakes battle against the power of the ocean. The tunnel's impact on Japan has been profound. It has integrated Hokkaido more closely with the rest of the country, boosting its economy and making travel for its residents far safer and more convenient. Before the tunnel, a ferry trip could take over 4 hours and was often canceled due to bad weather. Today, the train journey through the tunnel is swift and dependable, a symbol of national unity and technological prowess. The Seikan Tunnel is more than just a hole in the ground. It is a lifeline that has bound a nation together, proving that even the most violent seas can be conquered by human determination. Section 5, Wonder Number 7, the Palm Jumeirah, Islands from Imagination. For our 7th wonder, we rise from the depths of the ocean and head to the sun-drenched coast of Dubai. Here we find a marvel of engineering, plucked from a fantasy. It is a cluster of artificial islands built in the shape of a giant palm tree. Trunk, 16 fronds, a surrounding crescent. This audacious project was conceived not to solve a problem, but to create a dream. Dubai wanted to become a global tourist destination, but had a limited coastline. The solution? Build more coastline. The Palm Jumeirah added an astonishing 78 kilometers of prime beachfront property. The sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. It was built entirely from sand and rock, with no concrete or steel in the island's core structure. Over 94 million cubic meters of sand were dredged and sprayed into place. Another 7 million tons of rock were used to build the 11-kilometer breakwater. The crescent barrier was the first part built, creating a calm lagoon. The amount of material could build a 2-meter-high wall circling the Earth 3 times. Builders used high-precision differential GPS, placing sand with an accuracy of just 10 millimeters. This was land reclamation on an unprecedented scale, making exclusive real estate. The challenge: how do you stop the water inside the fronds becoming stagnant? Without proper circulation, it would become a smelly, lifeless swamp. Engineers proposed cutting 2 wide channels in the crescent breakwater. They simulated water flows with complex computer models and found 2 gaps were not enough. They refined the design so water is refreshed every 13 days, preserving that crystal-clear turquoise look. A vital piece of environmental engineering hidden inside a monument to luxury. Section 1, Wonder Number 6, the Three Gorges Dam, Taming a Giant. Our countdown continues as we journey to the heart of China, to the mighty Yangtze River. For centuries, this great waterway has been both a source of life and a bringer of catastrophic destruction. Its devastating floods have claimed millions of lives throughout history. Our 6th wonder is the monumental effort to finally control this untamed giant, the Three Gorges Dam. This is more than just a wall of concrete. It is the largest hydroelectric power station in the world, designed to generate clean energy, designed to improve river navigation, designed, most importantly, to protect millions of people downstream from deadly floods. The scale is almost beyond human imagination. The main dam wall is a staggering 2.3 kilometers long. It soars 185 meters high. It holds back an immense reservoir stretching over 600 kilometers upstream. Construction lasted 17 years. It involved displacing over 1 million people. It required moving more earth and rock than any other single construction project in history. The dam's primary purpose is flood control. It can hold back a once-in-a-century flood. It reduced severe downstream flooding from about once a decade to once a century. Now for a mind-bending wow fact. The reservoir holds 39.3 cubic kilometers of water. That mass is so large it has measurably slowed the rotation of the Earth. By shifting water away from the planet's axis, it increased the length of a day by 0.06 microseconds. This shows the planetary scale of the project. Section 3, Wonder Number 5, the International Space Station, a city in the stars. For our 5th wonder, we leave the surface of our planet entirely and look to the heavens. Orbiting the Earth at a speed of over 28,000 kilometers per hour is the International Space Station, or ISS. It is the single most complex and expensive engineering project ever undertaken. This habitable artificial satellite is not the product of one nation, but a symbol of unprecedented global cooperation. 5 different space agencies, representing 15 countries, came together to build and operate this outpost in the sky. The ISS is a testament to what humanity can achieve when we set aside our differences and work towards a common goal. The ISS is a sprawling, modular structure, assembled piece by piece in orbit over many years. It is as long as a football field and has a habitable volume comparable to a 6-bedroom house. It serves as a unique microgravity laboratory, where astronauts conduct experiments that are impossible to perform on Earth. Biology, physics, astronomy, medicine. These experiments have led to countless breakthroughs, from developing new medicines and materials to better understanding the long-term effects of spaceflight on the human body. The station has been continuously inhabited since the year 2000, a constant human presence in the final frontier. Here is a truly cosmic wow fact. The ISS is the brightest human-made object in the night sky. On a clear night, it can often be seen with the naked eye, appearing as a fast-moving, brilliant point of light, gliding across the stars. To date, more than 270 astronauts from over 20 different countries have visited the station. It is a floating United Nations in space, a beacon of peace and scientific collaboration that circles our world 16 times a day. Seeing it pass overhead is a powerful reminder of our species' shared curiosity and our ability to build wonders far beyond our own world. For our fourth wonder, we return to Earth. Visit a legendary feat of engineering remade for a new era. We are in Central America, at the Panama Canal, a vital waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans since 1914. For a century, it was a marvel of the world. But as trade grew, so did the ships. By the 21st century, a new class called Neo-Panamax were too big for the original locks. To stay relevant, the canal needed a massive upgrade. The Panama Canal expansion was breathtaking ambition, essentially building a new, bigger canal beside the old. Completed in 2016, it added a new set of larger locks on the Atlantic side and Pacific side. New locks, 70% wider, 40% longer, so they can handle colossal modern ships. The project also involved dredging, widening the full 77-kilometer channel. One of the largest, most complex projects of the century, meant doubling capacity and securing the canal as an economic linchpin. The WOW, an innovative water-saving design. New locks use massive water-saving basins, 3 per lock chamber. Basins recycle and reuse 60% of the water per transit. Result, bigger locks use 7% less fresh water than the old ones. Crucial for sustainability. The canal relies entirely on fresh water from a rain-fed lake, a giant example of green engineering, proving mega projects can be environmentally responsible. Our countdown now takes us to the vast, arid expanse of the Sahara Desert in Libya for our third wonder. Here, hidden beneath the sands, lies the largest irrigation project in human history, the Great Man-Made River. This is not a river in the traditional sense, but a colossal network of underground pipes, aqueducts, and wells that stretches for thousands of kilometers. Its purpose is breathtakingly simple yet profoundly ambitious: to bring life-giving water from ancient aquifers deep beneath the desert to the country's coastal cities, where 95% of the population lives. It is an unseen, unsung marvel that has transformed a nation. The project was conceived in the 1950s, when oil exploration unexpectedly discovered enormous reserves of fresh water, trapped deep underground for over 38,000 years. This fossil water, a finite legacy of a wetter, greener past, became the source for a dream. Construction began in 1984, a multi-decade effort to build a system capable of transporting millions of cubic meters of water daily. The network consists of more than 1,300 wells, some over 500 meters deep, and a web of massive concrete pipes, each 4 meters in diameter. This man-made river supplies water for drinking, industry, and crucially, agriculture, allowing crops to grow where only sand once stretched. The wow fact for this hidden wonder is its sheer, mind-boggling scale. If you were to take all the pipes used in the Great Man-Made River project and lay them end to end, they would stretch for nearly 4,000 kilometers. That is roughly the distance from London to Moscow. It is by far the world's largest network of pipes and aqueducts, a testament to a monumental vision. The project was so vast that it required the construction of its own dedicated factories in the desert just to produce the immense, pre-stressed concrete cylinder pipes needed for the pipeline. It is a true river of concrete, flowing silently beneath the sand. For our runner-up, we journey back to Europe, to the narrow strip of water separating Great Britain from France. For centuries, the English Channel was a formidable natural barrier, a symbol of British isolation. Our second wonder finally conquered it, not by sailing over it, but by tunneling beneath it. The Channel Tunnel, or Chunnel, is a 50.5-kilometer rail tunnel, linking Folkestone in the United Kingdom with Coquelles in France. It is a masterpiece of precision engineering, and a powerful symbol of European unity, physically connecting an island nation to the continent for the first time in its history. This is more than a tunnel. It is a handshake beneath the sea. The tunnel is not one tunnel, but three. Two large tunnels, each 7.6 meters in diameter, carry high-speed passenger trains and vehicle shuttles. Between them lies a smaller service tunnel used for maintenance and as a crucial escape route in emergencies. The project was a joint venture between the British and French governments, requiring unprecedented collaboration despite a long history of rivalry. Construction began simultaneously from both sides in 1988, with teams racing to meet in the middle. The tunnel has revolutionized travel, allowing a journey from London to Paris in just over 2 hours, faster than flying when city center travel is included. The wow fact is a testament to the incredible accuracy of the dig. On December 1st, 1990, the teams finally broke through to meet each other. 22.3 kilometers from the UK coast, 15.6 kilometers from the French coast. Guided only by lasers and sophisticated survey equipment, their alignment was almost perfect. The horizontal error was just 35.8 centimeters. The vertical error, a mere 5.8 centimeters. This connection beneath the seabed was a monumental triumph for surveyors and engineers. We have arrived at the pinnacle of our countdown, our #1 modern engineering wonder. We return to the city of Dubai, a place that has made a habit of defying expectations. Here, rising from the desert, like a glistening needle of glass and steel, is the Burj Khalifa. At a staggering 828 meters, it is, by a huge margin, the tallest building in the world. It is a structure that redefines the very concept of a skyscraper, pushing materials, design, and construction methods to their absolute limits. The Burj Khalifa is not just a building, it is a vertical city, a symbol of human ambition, and a breathtaking statement of what is possible in the 21st century. The design of the Burj Khalifa is inspired by the elegant, spiraling form of a desert flower, the Himenocalis. Its Y-shaped floor plan is not just for aesthetic appeal, it is a crucial engineering innovation. This buttressed core design allows the building to support its own immense weight and provides incredible stability against the powerful desert winds. As the tower rises, each tier steps back in a spiral pattern, which confuses the wind and prevents the formation of powerful vortices that could cause the building to sway dangerously. This clever design is the secret to how such a slender, impossibly tall structure can stand so securely against the forces of nature at such an extreme height. The wow fact for our #1 wonder is truly vertigo-inducing. The Burj Khalifa is so tall that you can watch the sunset twice in the same evening, once from the base of the building, and then again a few minutes later after taking the high-speed elevator to the observation deck near the top. The difference in elevation is so great that the curvature of the Earth becomes a tangible reality. This single poetic fact encapsulates the sheer, world-altering scale of the structure. It is a building that doesn't just scrape the sky. It reaches high enough to alter our very perception of time and space, offering a perspective on our planet previously reserved for pilots. Our journey is now complete. We have traveled from the cloud-piercing pylons of the Millau Viaduct to the celestial ambition of the Burj Khalifa. We have plunged beneath the waves with the Seikan and Channel tunnels and soared into orbit with the International Space Station. We have seen a river of concrete flow beneath the desert, a forest of islands rise from the sea, and a mighty river tamed by human will. We have counted down 9 monuments to ingenuity, each one a bold answer to a seemingly impossible question. These are not just feats of concrete, steel, and glass. They are stories written on the face of our planet, a testament to what we can achieve. Each of these 9 wonders shares a common thread. They all began as a simple, audacious idea. An idea to connect 2 nations, to protect a population, to create new land from water, or simply to reach higher than ever before. They show us that the world we inhabit is not a fixed, unchangeable thing. It is a canvas, and engineers are the artists who use the laws of physics and the materials of the earth to paint new realities. These projects remind us that our greatest limitations are not found in the challenges of geology or gravity, but in the boundaries of our own imagination and the courage to pursue a grand vision. From the precision required to join two halves of a tunnel deep beneath the sea, to the planetary-scale impact of slowing the Earth's rotation with a dam, these achievements have reshaped our world. They have made it smaller by connecting distant places, safer by controlling the forces of nature, and richer by opening new frontiers for science and commerce. The human stories behind these marvels, the sacrifice, the perseverance, the collaboration, and the sheer bravery of the workers are just as monumental as the structures themselves. They prove that our ability to build is matched only by our resilience. So what comes next? What new wonders will the engineers of tomorrow dream up? Perhaps they will build cities that float on our oceans, or power the world with energy from the heart of a star. As we look at these 9 incredible accomplishments, we are not just looking at the past, we are looking at a blueprint for the future. They stand as a powerful and inspiring promise that human creativity is a limitless resource. They invite us to remain curious, to keep asking what if, and to watch in awe as the next generation of builders turns today's science fiction into tomorrow's incredible reality.